This is going to be a bit more of a just kind of sitting and talking kind of video because I'm sitting here, okay? And I'm wondering and I'm planning, I'm scheming and I'm trying to figure out all these lovely little details on where I want to go with my content. And something I've noticed very recently, the past couple of years, I'd say probably 5 to 10 if we were to really go back in time, there has been a change in a lot of content that people do nowadays. And the change in the content has not necessarily been inherently the quality. You have your beginners, you have your experts, you have the people on the in between. It's not the topics, because we still have gaming, we still have politics, we still have news, and we still have like obsessions and history and all these lovely topics. There is nothing that's been changing about the kind of content that has been presented to us. But something I have noticed is how it's presented to us has changed. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you think back to way long ago, the internet was kind of the Wild West. It was the place where anyone could do anything, and we were all picking up skills, and we were all learning, and we were engaging with people we would have never talked to before, and we would have developed as people and expressed ourselves and explored ourselves and found what we really wanted and who we wanted to be. And that still happens to an extent. But when you look at a lot of new channels coming up, when you look at a lot of beginners, and necessarily like an issue I've been running into as of recently has been the fact that a lot of content on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, on whatever platform that you make entertainment or educational content for, it's all generalized within a single category, right? We have YouTubers who, since Elden Ring has dropped, they've not made any other content other than Elden Ring content. They haven't even like branched off to other Souls games. They've only made just Elden Ring content. There are channels where people can talk about one specific time period, like the same decade of time within a same region for fucking days, and that's all they'll ever talk about. And it's not that they're not knowledgeable, it's not that they're not entertaining, but you do recognize that at some point they are kind of scraping the bottom of what they can talk about, and they're scared to move on because they've never diversified. And that's kind of something I've noticed, is that not a lot of channels these days diversify their content. They don't change, they don't develop, they don't make what they want to make anymore. They make what their channel is known for. Is that healthy overall for the internet? Is that healthy for the content that we are producing? Is that necessarily a change that we are okay with? I haven't really made much as of recently because I'm sitting here racking my brain on what kind of content I want to make, right? I am heavily D&D themed, I am heavily D&D coded, and D&D has been my fucking lifeblood since I was a child. But I know for a fact, if I made nothing but D&D and tabletop RPG content, I would quickly grow tired of the hobby. And I don't want the core aspect of who I am to kind of fade away. I want to make some video game content, but my concern is that I'm only going to be known for a certain video game. And if you look at my Twitch is a diversity of games. I play Soulsborns, I play simulations, I play strategies and card games and all that kind of stuff, but I don't grow nearly as fast or as quickly as some of my peers do who focus on one genre and one genre only. And that is kind of, I think, the biggest problem that we run into is a lot of algorithms and a lot of communities prefer if you stick to just one thing. We talk a lot on my talk show, Bardic Inspiration, about you need to sell yourself as a creator, right? Because if you ever drop whatever singular content you do, your audience is going to leave you if they don't like you. But almost no one these days takes that advice. Almost no one follows through with that. Is that healthy? We have amazing content creators who are blossoming and blooming, and they are making communities, but they're making these communities based around one topic, whether it is just a single game or a single niche interest that they all share. But these topics and the level of content that is expected to be pushed out by creators these days, you're gonna run out very quickly. You are going to hit a wall very quickly. You are going to devastate yourself so ever quickly. I ran into the opposite issue. I'm stuck in between the fact that I know I easily could heavily swing into tabletop RPG content and get really good at discussing and teaching and educating people about what it means to be a game master, a player, and all these different, literary tropes that you can use to improve the hobby that I love dearly. But I know I'm gonna hate myself if that's all I'm thinking about 24/7, if I'm pushing out 3, 4, 5 videos a week about exclusively tabletop RPGs. If I start making content specifically tailored towards VTubers and streamers, that's my audience, and guess what? They're as finicky as anyone else. While I could easily recycle topics, I mean, if you look at the dumpster fire that is Twitter, we recycle the same trauma, drama, and whatever mess we want to spill out every, 3 months? So overall, I think we are entering a very peculiar age of content creation. And this age of content creation, I think, is overly dangerous. You'll notice on this video right now, I'm doing minimal editing. I'm probably going to clean up my audio a little bit. I'm going to slap on some music, and maybe at some point there'll be something to my right, or there'll be an example on screen. But I'm not trying to sell you with my editing skills right now. I want you to hear me. Would you rather a content creator focus solely on one issue, on one topic, on one thing that they know they are good at, even if it drives them to hate that subject? Or would you rather a content creator follow their creative freedom? Because not a lot of people follow their creative freedom anymore. They follow what's popular, they follow the trends, and they will chase whatever the recent topic is. And there are people who will sit there and wait for whatever their niche hobby is to get the next major update to save their career. Because if that update never comes, they're done. I mean, if you look at all your favorite D&D channels, how many of them kind of stopped making stuff until one D&D got announced? Quite a few, actually. So I think there isn't really anything we can do. And that's the upsetting part. Because we have algorithms and formulas and all these kind of different systems put in place that have kind of been inspired by our own psychology to chase after similar topics, to chase after what we are already familiar with. I'm putting out this video just to let people know, really, that I'm not done making videos, and that I'm hopefully going to be able to put out something soon. But I think, for my own well-being, I might just do whatever. There might just be random stuff on this channel. There might be more talks like this where I'm just sitting down with a fiery background, some music playing, and maybe occasional slideshow coming across. Would people like me to just sit here and talk? That's an answer I don't have. And it's not one I'm going to get off this video. That's all I have to say today. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.